Equal Pay Day Summit 2021. So happy to be here. Thank you to Ladies Get Paid. Thank you to all the organizers. Thank you to Claire. I'm so happy to be here. My name is Angela White, and the topic today is how to build generational wealth. I want to personally welcome you. So what will we learn today? We're going to learn what is generational wealth, what is an investor, types of income, stocks and bonds investing, trading platforms, dividend stocks, e-commerce businesses, types of real estate investing, quick businesses to start for under $100. How cool is that? We got to make sure we're equally being paid, and we got to make sure we have wealth for our heirs and then some. So who is Angela White? Who am I? Who will be teaching you today? I am a filmmaker, author, business and financial coach, speaker. I'm also a business strategist. I'm also an investor. And what are we talking about today? We're talking about money. And I welcome you. I'm so happy to be here. But I do want you to know a little bit of my background so you know what I have done. So I started Backstage Pass to the movie industry, Wealth Builders, which is a community of like-minded people who want to learn how to build generational wealth through various means of investment. People want to be able to leave a financial legacy for others, for their heirs, for their children, for their great-grandchildren, whether it's for even different nonprofits. I started this monthly membership community as a way to teach various people many ways to build income, not just income monthly, but then also to build wealth. I own multiple real estate properties. I got into real estate in 1997. Real estate has been my bread and butter for the last 20 some years. No matter what's happening in the economy, I always can rely on my real estate investments. I'm also a heavy investor in the stock market. I teach the stock market. I also trade bonds. This is something that's become a new love of mine in the last year, and I love teaching it, and I'm still growing myself within the industry, but I've learned how to make a good, nice little nest egg by trading stocks for a, not living, but for a good amount of my time. I'm also a film producer. I produced over 30 films and television shows. Right now, currently, I am producing a TV show called Lace for the All Black Network, which is owned by AMC. And a lot of my films and TV shows have aired on BET, Lifetime, Showtime, and the Movie Channel. I also have many films that aired on streaming video on demand platforms such as Netflix, Amazon, UMC, which is now All Black, Tubi TV. So my body of work, if you Google me, can be found everywhere. I've had one theatrical release, over 600 theaters 3 years ago. I've directed 2 short films, and one just won the Best Film Award at a series. I've created my own television series called The Comedy Underground. I've written 2 books on branding and how to create a demo reel. I'm a business coach to over hundreds of students. So many people have come through my doors, through my school called Backstage Pass to the movie industry over the last 2 years. I started the school in 2018. I'm also a motivational speaker where people do look to me to inspire, encourage, and just to let you know you can do it. So again, my name is Angela White. You can find me everywhere on Miss Angela White. Just Google it, or you can go to missangelawhite.com, my website, and I would love to connect with you. So let's get into it today. What is wealth? And that's what we're talking about today. This is part of the Equal Pay Day Summit. We're talking about money. We're talking about making sure we have equal pay. We're talking about how to earn and be on the same level or on the same plateau as many other people. And that's important. You know, without finances, you really cannot live the true dream or truly have freedom, because you always have something kind of on the side of your shoulder. You always have to look over your shoulder. You always have to worry about whether or not you're laid off that day, whether or not the economy falls. If COVID hasn't taught you anything, it should teach you, you need to have a nest egg. You need to have multiple streams of revenue, and you need to not rely just on a 9-to-5. We must have more things for your legacy, for your heirs. We must have other things. So what is wealth? I just put the definition of wealth according to Wikipedia. Wealth is the abundance of valuable financial assets or physical possessions which can be converted into a form that can be used for transaction. Layman's term, it's money, money. That's what makes the world go around, right? That's what has an economy booming or economy not doing well. You need money. And money, depending on how much is amassed, is then considered wealth. What is generational wealth? Generational wealth is any asset that families pass down to their children, grandchildren, heirs, and so on, all the way down the generations. The wealth is passed down in the form of cash, investment funds, stocks and bonds, properties, or companies. Learn to create a financial legacy that you can pass on to your family. Very, very, very important. And generational wealth is really key in being able to continue the legacy, to be able to feel comfortable that you have something that you can leave for others. What is an investor? An investor is a person or organization that allocates capital with the expectation of a future financial return, profit, or gain for an advantage. Investors analyze opportunities to minimize risk while maximizing returns. In layman's terms, an investor is somebody who's willing to put up money in order to receive profit or to receive some type of advantage, some type of gain in return for this money. Capital is just money in layman's terms. Why should you invest? The goals of investing is to increase wealth and accumulate money for long-term goals such as retirement. An important investment prerequisite is an investor's mindset. This means being psychologically ready to accept the uncertainty of your investment, but with the hope and belief of investing in yourself, which leads to true financial reward and freedom. Layman's term, you invest because you do not want to be held hostage to other people. You invest so if you can choose what you want to do in your 40s, 50s, 60s, and so on. You invest so you have something for your children. You invest so you have something to leave behind to other loved ones. You invest so you can have the true financial freedom to be able to live the life that you dream of. An investor mindset is so important to understand that when you do invest, you're taking a risk. You're going into it knowing that it's not guaranteed. You're going into it knowing that there is high risk, high reward. You're going into it knowing there's no sure thing. It's going to take work, it's going to take time, and it's going to take research. Once you obtain that investor mindset, you can open the door to many more opportunities to grow your nest egg. Let's go through the types of income. Earned income, income that you receive in exchange for doing work for someone else or being paid for a service. Passive income, income that you earn from owning assets that require no work on your part. We call that earn money while you sleep. Profit income from buying and selling. Interest income from lending money. Royalty income from others using your idea, dividend income from owning stocks, one form of dividend income, rental income, renting real estate property, capital gains, income from assets increasing in value, residual income, earning income after the work is done. This is just a few types of income that you can achieve. Very important to know the differences, and you want to have a way of making income all these ways. Let's go through very quickly passive income. This is the most common form of income that people make. An example is having a savings account. Almost everybody has a savings account, right? This is the easiest way to earn passive income. Most banks pay, I said, 2% interest annually, which means $1,000 in a savings account would earn in a year $20. That's not much money. The average bank account pays about 0.04% a month. So it accumulates over time. If you keep accumulating the interest that you earn, if you have $1,000, you might see $20 at the end of the year. No, that's not a lot of money, but it's a passive and easy way to make some money. CDs, you all heard of CDs. That stands for Certificate of Deposits, similar to a savings account. However, your money sits in a bank account for a specified period of time. If you want it faster, you pay a penalty. That they pay a higher interest rate than a savings account are easy to open. I put simple risk-free way to grow your money. Every bank has a CD program if you're not sure where to find one. Bonds pays higher than a savings account or CD. You are loaning money to a business or government who agrees to pay you back the money you loaned along with interest for a certain amount of time. This is another great way to earn passive income. And very quickly, types of bonds are corporate bonds, individual companies, treasury bills, federal government, municipal bonds, state and local government, foreign bonds, foreign companies or governments. Types of income continue. Peer-to-peer lending. I don't know if you ever heard of that online, but this is when you lend money to others. You lend money directly to another person. I put P2P lending is loaning money to borrowers who typically don't qualify for a traditional loan. Traditional loan is like going to the bank based off your credit, based off your banking relationship, you are able to obtain a loan. Well, everybody can't obtain a loan a traditional way, whether they have like a mark on their credit report, whether they don't have enough credit history. So with peer-to-peer lending, you are the lender. The most popular platform is Lending Club. You can earn potentially interest between 4 to 6%. Now that's a lot better than having your money in a bank at a typical savings account. Also, there are CD ladders, buying a CD from banks in certain increments to earn a higher return on your money. Also, annuities is an insurance product you pay for that provides you passive income for life in the form of monthly payments. You can look at your insurance broker. There's a lot of different insurance programs if you want to buy an annuity. Low maintenance businesses that can be outsourced are car washes, laundromats, vending machines, and storage units. We'll go through that in a minute. But these are other low maintenance businesses that you can acquire, where you can make some monthly income. Again, with types of income, residual income needs two elements: an upfront monetary investment, example is owning real estate, or upfront time investment, creating a course. I might put on Udemy. That's a great place you can create a course. Or you can create a course just on your own website. You can create a course and start something with something like Squarespace and just put up a one-page website and start selling the course. You can write a book. That's a use of your upfront time as an investment. Those are two ways to earn residual income. Very quickly, when you want to build multiple streams of revenue, okay, you want to look into one of these types of businesses to get into. I just put a list of some of the businesses: e-commerce business, real estate investing, stocks and bonds investing, affiliate marketing, getting paid to be a brand ambassador, YouTube monetization, drop shipping, which is very, very popular. I put the little Shopify logo. If you don't know what that is, Shopify is a great place that you can set up a platform, sell your products, and guess what? They'll put them out to places like Walmart, Amazon, just different sources, different platforms where you can sell. Even Facebook and Instagram now, you can sell products. I'm also put how to set up a monetized website. You can monetize your website and make it a cash machine, just like YouTube. If you're very good at creating content, if you're good at giving information, tips, you can make a great YouTube channel and monetize it. Monetization is just basically for clicks and for views. You start getting paid for it. How cool is that? Very quickly, let's go over real estate investing, because we want to make sure we have equal pay. We want to make sure we have a seat at the table. We want to make sure that we are able to do the things that we want to do financially. Real estate, to me, is one of the best ways to jumpstart your career financially in the business. And when I call it a career, because when you really want to obtain generational wealth, you have to treat it like a business. You have to be serious with it. You have to be focused. Your mind has to be on making money. It really does. It takes effort. It's not something that can just be done lightly. And one of the best ways that you can do building your wealth is through real estate. Real estate is something that you can touch. It's tangible. It's something that always will increase over time. You won't lose. When I bought my first piece of property, it was in 1997. It was sight unseen. I bought a foreclosed property. It was dirt cheap, a couple $1,000s. Didn't know what I was getting into. I still own that piece of property. I still make money on it now in 2021. So when I tell you real estate is a great way to amass wealth, trust me on that. Do your research. but it's a great starting ground. Let's talk about very quickly real estate. Rental properties, that's what I own. I own properties that I rent out, properties that I do not live in. I am a landlord. Rental properties is one of the nicest ways to have what we're going to call monthly income, and it's passive. Once I buy the piece of property, that's money I can make every month. All I have to do is maintain the property, and I will get money every month as long as I have a tenant in that property. Rental properties is the art of leveraging property you own to earn extra income. So you can get a piece of property, say you pay $100,000 for it, $200,000, and you rent it out over a period of 20 years for $1,000 a month. You can do the math and see how you can make a nice little nest egg. If you buy it cash, you don't have to worry about a mortgage. If you don't buy it cash, you will have a mortgage, but you can pay it off over time. And then once you own it free and clear, guess what? It's just income every month you're making after you pay your taxes. You do have to pay real estate taxes on it, property taxes. After you pay your taxes and any type of maintenance, there's always some type of maintenance, even as a landlord, that you have to have on a piece of property, but you still will see a net profit. Another way to get into the real estate market is to get a real estate investment trust. Let me tell you what that is. It's a company that owns income producing properties. And when you invest in a RIT, you receive dividend payments. Remember, we talked about dividend income, dividend payments either every month or every 3 months. You are a real estate investor without owning the physical property. You're basically investing into another company that owns the property, and they're using your money as an investment to buy property, and then they pay you monthly. Most RITs pay monthly. Yes, there's a couple that might pay quarterly, but you want one that pays monthly. So it's another way to build the nest egg without having the headache of being the landlord. Very quickly, more passive income real estate that we can talk about. You can buy a single family rental property, buy a house or rent out your own and become a landlord. You receive cash in the form of rent payments from your tenants each month. This builds a stream of consistent income. You can also buy a multi-family rental property. This is buying a property that has more than one family on the premises. A duplex, triplex, or a fourplex are typical forms of multi-family properties. More complex, but you earn higher income. So during COVID last summer, I bought my first fourplex, and it's exciting where you have 4 people paying your rent each month versus 1, and you still have the same amount of work. It's just more tenants to deal with. You may have more issues as far as maintenance, but you're still going to have property taxes as if you have one piece of property. And the difference is now you have 4 incomes. And so this is a way to fast track and grow your income in a much more efficient and faster way. Also, you can have short-term rentals. Rent out a single room of your home to people who are traveling, or a vacation home that you own. Think of Airbnb and VRBO, which will make your life easier. Airbnb has just exploded in the market, right? Airbnb is a way that you can essentially make sure your place is always making income for you. If you have a guest house on your property, you can rent out the guest house. If you have multiple rooms, say you have 5 rooms in your house and you're willing to have a stranger come in and be one of those rooms, you can set it up and be Airbnb. You might make $400 to $500 a month. It's just another way to consistently make the income. The key is generational wealth, right? So with generational wealth, we need multiple streams of income. We need to be strategic, and we need to make sure that we're building the nest egg. That's the focus. We're going to go into the stock market. One of my favorite new babies. What is the stock market? Everybody hears about the stock market, right? Stock markets become very hot, especially during COVID. Well, the stock market, equity market, or share market is the aggregation of buyers and sellers of stocks, also called shares, which represent ownership claims on businesses. These may include securities listed on a public stock exchange, as well as a stock that is only traded privately, such as shares of private companies, which are sold to investors through equity crowdfunding platforms. Investment in the stock market is most often done via stock brokerages and electronic trading platforms. Investment is usually made with an investment strategy in mind. Stock market is one of the most newest and exciting ways to really become financially free. The market has been exploded due to COVID. So many more investors in the stock market. Many more people are interested in the stock market. So when you think of the stock market, you think of a company you like. Let's say Starbucks, right? Or let's say Apple. I'm doing this video right now on a Mac, and say you love these companies and you want to be a shareholder. You want to have a little piece of that growth. You believe in that company. So you buy a few shares. You buy a few shares, and as the company grows over time, your money grows over time. You can buy a piece of company today, 20 years later, it can be worth 1,000%. It's one of the best ways to really think of long-term growth, long-term financial growth. And yes, you can make money in the stock market short-term as well, but you do want to think long-term. You want to think like a Warren Buffett, right? Somebody who bought into Apple in the 90s, and now, of course, is a billionaire, not multi-millionaire, but billionaire. You really want to think through and get in on a company on the ground floor and watch it as it grows. Airbnb, for example, just got it onto the stock market, onto the New York Stock Market Exchange, and they're growing by leaps and bounds. You want to be a part of this growth. It takes time to really see a company explode, but it's a great way to be involved as a shareholder, and you can receive dividends, which we'll talk about shortly. So stocks. Dividend paying stocks, I just mentioned that very quickly. This is when a company generates profit and you as an investor, because now you're a shareholder, if you own some shares, are paid out some of the profits in the form of dividends. So Apple, for example, say you are an investor with Apple, you're a shareholder, you bought 5 shares. If they offer dividends, they will pay you monthly dividends or quarterly dividends. Most companies pay quarterly, and that's another way that you can grow your nest egg. You can choose to reinvest those dividends, or you can choose to get paid out when the dividends are paid to you. Most people reinvest those dividends back into the company. So it's another way to make income off your shares and keep growing the nest egg. When you invest in a stock or stock index fund that pays dividends, you can receive the dividend payment, like I said, every 3 months. Invest in the stock market. You can go, if you want to start, you can download Robinhood. You probably heard of the Robinhood app. You can also go through something called Ally. You can go through Fidelity. You can start with 10% of your income. I put safe bets, or EFTs, that stands for exchange traded funds, or REITs, we just talked about that, real estate investment trusts. Some trading platforms, because you need to have a platform to do this. Robinhood. You've heard all about Robinhood. If you haven't, you heard about Robinhood through the GameStop fiasco. But Robinhood is a very easy platform that a lot of people like to use because it's user-friendly. You can do it right on your phone. That's the great thing about Robinhood. Robinhood, you don't have to have a fancy computer. You don't have to have a fancy setup. They make it very user-friendly. Again, Robinhood is a free trading app. It's free. It lets investors trade stocks, options, exchange traded funds, and cryptocurrency without paying commissions or fees. And that's another reason why people like them, because they're commission-free investing. Plus, they have tools to help put your money in motion. And if you sign up, you get a free stock just for signing up. I put here, you can learn as you grow. Their goal at Robinhood is to make investing in financial markets more affordable, more intuitive, and more fun, no matter how much the experience is or you don't have. So Robinhood was doing really well during COVID. It took a big hit after the GameStop fiasco, but people still use this app. And if you don't like this app, that's okay. There's plenty of other apps. E-Trade. E-Trade is a great platform where they have teaching tools, they have information to teach you the basics on the stock market. You can also trade all of the very same things that Robinhood has. I put here the website if you ever want to go to that link, but E-Trade is an online brokerage firm that provides an electronic trading platform for both beginner and experienced traders who want to buy again and sell financial assets like common stock, options, futures, ETFs, mutual funds, and much more. So E-Trade is a lot bigger than Robinhood. E-Trade also does loans. E-Trade also has a savings account. You can also do a checking account. The bigger the platform, the more you can do with your money. The key is, remember, growing the nest egg. We're going to talk about dividend stocks again, dividend stocks for recurring income. Dividend stocks are companies that pay out regular dividends. We just talked about that. Dividend stocks are usually well-established companies. For example, American Airlines, Delta Airlines, Southwest, all those travel airlines pay a dividend. You're going to want to make sure the company is established. The company has to be making money to pay you dividends. So a company that's new, company that's not really earning a lot of money is not going to offer this option. Also, I put here for dividend stocks is defined by the cash to shareholders as passive income. You don't have to do anything for this. All you got to do is buy the shares, sit back, wait, and guess what? If it's every month they pay dividends, or if it's every 3 months, you will get your dividends. You will get a payment in exchange for owning those shares. Stocks that pay you a dividend monthly or quarterly for being a shareholder. Remember, you're a shareholder. You are now have a voice at this company. Yes, you might say, you, me, I have a voice at this company. Yeah, you. Another way just to earn monthly or quarterly income. And a lot of times it pays better than a bank. How do dividend stocks work? A dividend is paid per share of stock. Thus, if you own 30 shares in a company and that company pays $2 in annual cash dividends, you will receive $60 per year. Now, remember when I gave that bank example of a savings account and you only were seeing $20 off $1,000. You can see with dividend stocks, you can earn more than a bank account. So it's definitely another way to grow that nest egg. Over time, the cash flow generated by those dividend payments can supplement your Social Security and pension income. Perhaps it can even provide the money you need to maintain your pre-retirement lifestyle. It is possible to live off dividends if you do a little planning. There's some people I know who make $1,000 a month. They make $3,000 a month. Of course, the more shares you have, the more you earn. Somebody like Warren Buffett, who has millions of shares in a company, makes millions of dollars in dividends. Of course, that takes a long time. That takes a lot of money. But hey, you can do it. You can start right now buying stocks, becoming a shareholder of companies that pay dividends, and over time, 10 years, 20 years, you can see a nice little nest egg every month. Investors can either manually reinvest their dividends, as I've discussed, as they come in, or sign up for dividend reinvestment plan. If you do a dividend reinvestment plan, it basically reinvests the dividends money back into that stock. So basically another way to grow your shares without having to put up fresh new money. These are just a few companies that pay dividends that I like. You can look them up when you have some time. Like, for example, American Airlines is up there. That's AAL, pays 10 cents a quarter per share. Some I have here pays per month. Some have it paid per quarter. This is just to give you an idea of how much you can make per share. You see, I have some companies here that pay $2 a quarter per share. IEP, you own 10 shares and that's $20 a month. That's real money. This is real tangible money, something for you to take seriously and look into. Very quickly, what is e-commerce? E-commerce is the activity of electronically buying or selling of products on online services or over the internet. We all use e-commerce. When you go to Amazon, guess what that is? E-commerce. That's basically buying over the internet. Whether you want to buy your favorite electronics, whether you want to buy your favorite shirt, makeup, you name it, you can buy it in the e-commerce market. E-commerce is huge, huge, huge. Of course, the biggest company that we know about is Amazon. I put here that Amazon has the estimated market value of $993 billion in 2019. They are the biggest player in the Chinese market. The biggest player in the Chinese market is Alibaba, which takes around 56% of the market share. Sorry about that. So Amazon is huge in our country, United States, and Alibaba is a huge player in the Chinese market. A lot of things that you buy on Amazon do come from Alibaba. So that's another company to look into. E-commerce businesses typically source out with these places, whether it's Alibaba, PayPal, Walmart, eBay, Shopify, Amazon. These are places that you can use to sell products. Remember, e-commerce business is basically just selling goods. It's selling goods, it's selling products. You can even have an e-commerce business that sells services. And these are just platforms where you can sell your products. You can put your products on these platforms and sell it and create your own online store. And this does not require a lot of money. You can start an e-commerce business with $100 a month. Yes, I said $100 a month. Shopify charges $29 a month as their monthly service fee to set up your store. They have templates where you can create a store with their templates. They will link you to platforms such as Amazon, Walmart, and eBay, where you can start selling your products. You can outsource your products through a place called Alibaba. Just go to alibaba.com for dirt cheap. You don't pay for these products until somebody buys them. And that's really cool. So you can literally start an e-commerce business without having a lot of upfront money and start making money quickly without having to do a lot of building of the website, a lot of advertising, and a lot of marketing. How cool is that? Types of e-commerce businesses: beauty and health products, selling secondhand products, smartwatches, smart home products, online educational stores, courses, selling ebooks, content writing, kids' toys and games. There's so many types of e-commerce business. The sky's the limit. If you're somebody who knits amazing sweaters, guess what? You can sell your sweaters. If you know somebody who has a lot of some type of gadgets, they're looking for a way to outsource them and sell them, you can sell those gadgets. The sky's the limit. Keep your mind open, and you'll be in shock of what you can sell. This is a bonus round. Low cost work from home business ideas. I want to give you guys some ideas of something that doesn't cost a lot of money, something that can jumpstart your business, something that can just put some money in your pocket very quickly. And again, go to your bottom line of building the nest egg. Blogging. You all have heard of bloggers. You only need a computer, a domain name, web hosting, monetize your blog via display ads, affiliate marketing, sponsorships, and sell your products, okay? Blogging is a great way to build traffic, to get new followers, to even just talk about and rant, anything you want to talk about. If you like to travel, you can start a travel blog. And at the same time, you can make money with ads, advertisement companies will put up ads so you can monetize them. Affiliate marketing, if you never heard of that, you can basically sign up with a company to advertise their products. And if people buy their products with your link, you make commission. And that's what affiliate marketing is. A lot of times you might click on links on people's blogs or people's articles and not know you're in their funnel. You're now in that affiliate's funnel. And if you click to buy something through that affiliate's link, they earn commission, whether it's 10, 20, 30%, they're earning commission now because basically you were in a referral link without knowing it. That's something that you can all do with your own blog. Freelance writing or editing. Sites such as Upwork, iWriter, Verbio, Hire Writers, Fiverr, or job boards are a good place to start and pick your niche. If you're a very good writer, if you're a creative writer, these are places you can go, put your services up, and people will hire you. Again, these things don't cost hardly any money. These are things that you can jumpstart, that you can do under $100. Virtual assistants, that's a VA. You can become a virtual assistant for someone. You can work from home, assisting others with tasks. And you can start at $15 an hour all the way up to $40. Sites like Upwork and Fiverr are great places to make this happen. You can sell your handmade goods. Etsy, you ever heard of Etsy? Etsy is a great site to launch your crafting business. If you're good about selling knits, knitting scarves, or gloves, quilts, that's a great place that you can put your stuff up on a site like Etsy. Some more bonuses of low-cost work from home business ideas, okay? Proofreading services. I put here sites below to start ASAP. Fiverr, proofreadingservices.com, BabbleType, Proofreading Pal, Grammarly. These are places that if you're very good at proofreading, you can put and advertise your services up there and people will hire you right away. Hey, you can even share your opinion at places like Vendel Research. They pay $50 per survey. Survey Junkie, they pay $5 to $50 per survey. Opinion Outpost, $5 a survey. Pinecone Research, $3 to $5 a survey. Index Dollars, $5 a survey. MindsPay, Opinion City. These are places where you just give your opinion on a product or an idea, anything they ask you about, and you get paid just to give your opinion. There are some people who do maybe 100 surveys a week on Survey Junkie, and it adds up. You can't minimize even every single amount of money that you can make. If you make even just $100 a day, it adds up. For 5 days a week, that's $500 a month. That's $2,000, $500 a week, that's $2,000 a month. That's $24,000 a year. What could you do with that type of money, $24,000 a year? And that's how you have to think about it. Think about just small goals. Hey, my goal might be to make $10 extra a day. My goal then might be to make an extra $100 a week. Then it might go from $500 a week. Then it might go to $1,000 a week. And you'll be surprised how quickly you can really amass wealth, how quickly you can pay off all your bills, get yourself out of debt. There's no reason why you cannot have a seat at the table and be just like everybody else dreams of being. Instead, you won't be a dreamer, you will be a doer. You can get that car, you can get that house, you can have your children go to those schools that you want them to go to. You can create a better life for yourself and others. Another thing you can do right away, a low-cost work from home business idea, selling stock photos. You can earn a royalty for use. There's people who go around who take amazing photos. You can take amazing photos and make money for us a licensing fee every time somebody uses it. You can license your music. You can license your music to YouTube, film, TV. You make residual income. Every time your music's played, somebody has to pay you a check. You can create an app. Apps are just booming. You might be a great person at working out. You might like showing your workouts every day. You can create an app and do workouts, videos every day where people, when they download the app, maybe they pay you $1, or maybe you run advertisement on the app and you get paid with all the downloads. There's many ways you can make money off an app. And it's very affordable and effective and easy now to find designers to create this for you. So I hope you enjoyed this presentation. I know it was fast, it was furious, and I hope it gave you some ideas of some ways where you can build generational wealth. I just wanted to at least give you a way to connect with me, where you can talk further with me about anything that I discuss. My Facebook's up here, my LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram. My address, again, I'm based in Los Angeles, California. My telephone number, my email, my IMDb, and ultimately my website, missangelaWhite.com. Please connect with me. I have a program called Backstage Pass to the Movie Industry, where I teach people how to break into the industry, but then I also have Wealth Builders, where we talk about this consistently on a daily basis, where we have classes once a week, where we have guest speakers, where we go more in depth on some of the topics we talked about. Because the key is you want to have multiple streams of revenue. You want to be able to really build a nest egg for the future. You don't want to be caught with your pants down, literally. And that's the end of this presentation. And I want to say again, thank you to ladies that get paid for having me. I love this whole Equal Pay Day Summit. That's amazing. Everybody deserves equal pay. Everybody has a right to have a seat at the table. And as a woman, I want to encourage other women to step out on faith and start getting involved in more investment. Get involved in being a real estate investor. Get involved in owning a laundromat. Do a franchise. There's so many ways that you can amass wealth for others. Everybody has a right to have a seat at the table, and this industry is for all of us. Everybody should be making money. Everybody should eat, but I want you to eat while you're sleeping. You need to make money while you're sleeping. You need to make money while you're awake. You need to have income coming in multiple different ways. So I want to say God bless everybody. Good night. Thank you for having me.